What's up, guys? Welcome back to another beautiful interview. And of course, you're on 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙚𝙬 podcast. And I could not be so blessed, or if I said that right, I'm just blessed to be here right now, man. And I couldn't be more honored to have my dog right here, Project Page.
What's up, brother?
Interview 84. Let's go. And I'm not even gonna brag about how good 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙬𝙚 podcast has been doing, because it's almost been like a full year that I've been dropping 2 interviews a week.
Yeah.
And I've only probably missed 1 week or 2 weeks out of that, like almost a whole year. So, dude, I just had to give out the little brag thing, you know what I mean? Because, like, bro, this is not easy. And, I've been going through a lot, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next few interviews, because I just had to give a little hint now, because, just watch out. But this week, I got the one and only Project Page. How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. How
Chilling?
you doing?
Bro, you can already kind of tell, man. I'm energetic because I've been waiting to do an interview for a while, and as much as I've been dropping them, it's like I love talking.
Yeah.
I love talking, bro. But dude, what have you been up to, bro? Because I was supposed to see you at Semo's, if I said that right. His concert at Lo-Fi.
So I opened up there at Semo, and it was just getting a little too late. It was getting past my bedtime, so I had to call it a night. I had to slide a little early. I wanted to be out there for a while, but I mean, the venue didn't end till probably after 1.
Yeah, no, it didn't end for a while, bro. And it was a good performance. Shout out to Tyree. Shout out to Malcolm Flex. There was a lot of good performances, and I'm glad I even went, because, dude, I was excited to see you. I know we've hit each other up before that, so it's just crazy, dude. But other than that, bro, let's get to it, bro. Where are you from? Where were you born?
Right here, man, Charleston, South Carolina, born and raised.
Okay.
The only time I left was to go to school down in Beaufort, and then up in Columbia. But other than that, right here.
Where'd you go to, like, elementary school and stuff?
Elementary, middle, I did, and primary, I did Westview.
Okay.
Westview right there, so literally right down the road. And then high school in Stratford.
Wow, dude. Yeah. And no, that's dope, because like we were just talking off air about how we might known each other, and dude, we went to the same high school. I think we graduated in the same class, if not a year before. So we definitely were in the same realm, and I feel like we probably bumped into each other. We just didn't know each other. Are you like, does that happen in your life a lot, where you kind of meet somebody in the future and you've been like in the same area?
Definitely, all the time.
That's crazy.
I mean, now that we're a little bit older, it's been like a while now, but like after first graduating high school, because I was on, what's it called, Real TV.
Wow.
Yeah, so
dang.
I would always run into people that have seen me on there, so people already, kind of knew who I was, and then it was just easy to be able to, okay, so you already know me, so bam, like, now already half of that relationship's built.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now I just have to get to
so
know
what,
you.
like, and I kind of want to dig back and go back into elementary school. Like, did you ever notice anything in particular about, like, what you would be doing now? If that made sense?
I don't think music. I always wanted to do something that was like, I don't want to work in no like factory. I don't want to work like in a
like a retail,
like a day-to-day, even like
9 to
something
5.
like you see people even doing with their own schedules, doing real estate and stuff like that. Like I can't even do stuff like that. I don't think. It's just I don't have that desire. I wouldn't be happy at all. And like, I'm happy making music. You know what I mean?
That's what you find.
Regardless of what kind of music it is, I'm happy making music. Because I was telling you earlier about how I can play piano, guitar, and stuff like that. So like at the end of the day, I think as long as I'm making music, that's what makes me happy. So I didn't never really plan on doing this. Like we said, I started like really rapping like in 2016. Like whenever I first went to school, like college. So for a while it's been in the mix, but it's really not been. But at the same time, it don't pay the bills when you first start out.
No, that's how it normally is. You know, but at that age, at elementary, you don't really know about bills and stuff like that. No, but I've only wanted to just draw back into elementary school because it's very important. I feel like that's one of the most important stages of our lives without us even remembering, because it was so long ago.
Yeah, that's something. You making me think.
Oh yeah, I have to. That's what 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙬 is, and like shout out to everybody that's been hopping on and allowing me to pick their brain apart, because I know some people aren't comfortable talking about the past, because we all had a crazy past. You know, nobody's lived the same life, and I've had someone come on and not have any problems like ever in their life. Like that's insane. You never hear that, but it happens. So like what were you doing in elementary school? Were you like playing? I know you said you were doing piano and stuff like that, but like what were you doing? Like, were you playing games? Were you in like sports or anything?
Yeah, no, I didn't get into instruments until I was about 12 years old.
Okay, so like middle school.
So like my like 6th grade year, that's whenever.
Was it like a forced thing though? Like, was your parents like? Because for me, I had to go in piano. I shredded piano. Shout out to my shout out to Miss Peoples. Newington, she put me on P in 5th and 4th grade. But 6th grade, 7th grade, I got put in piano class at 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬 Middle School, and I was like.
Nah, it was I wanted to. I played football. My parents didn't force me to do nothing. If I wasn't going to be doing something, I was going to have like a job. At least that's how it was, like, you know, whenever I got older. I don't know how that would have fared out, like, when I was young.
Yeah.
But like I enjoyed playing like football and baseball and shit like that, and I played basketball a little bit when I was super young. So like, you know, I played like a whole bunch of sports starting out when you're young, like how most kids do.
Yeah.
And then like I really loved football, so I stuck with football, and I stuck with football all the way up until my senior year of high school.
Wow.
And then I quit.
What position did you play?
It just depends. Like, you know, growing up, I guess through rec ball, I played mostly like, I was either like a quarterback or running back, wide receiver, just because I was like tall and lanky. I was athletic. So like, you know what I mean? It's like when you're playing rec ball, you're either gonna play like, you know what I mean? You're either gonna be like fast and skinny, or you want, you know, a little heavier and you on the line.
Right.
Once I got into high school, I still switched around. I was switching around from like running back to linebacker, like outside linebacker.
Okay, that's lit. And I only asked because, like, you know, it's always, you know, I played football, and you know, you would never think that, but I would play wide receiver, and then I started playing basketball, point guard and shooting guard. But it's like, it's cool to talk about what we were about to do, you know, because it's real life now. Like we can't get over what we did in the past, if that makes sense. Because all of us at one point were athletes. You know,
kind of.
Even from kickball to like track, like we were all athletes. So some people, we need to brag about it sometimes. But that leads us into like middle school and high school. Like, did you like, you know, go anything? I wouldn't say traumatizing, but just anything that kind of made you look at life like, wow, this is real world. Or did you not notice that until you were like older? Because some of us get introduced to life at a young age. Like I got introduced to life at like 10 years old, man. Like I won't go over it, but you know, it's crazy. You see stuff. We don't have to dig that deep, but tries to elevate.
I would say, I think everybody probably to an extent has some shit that they probably go through in their life. Me personally, like, I think I don't want to put anyone on blast.
No. It's not like that.
I'm just trying to think, like, you
just
know,
something
like,
basic, like maybe even somebody backstabbing you, like a friend lying to you. Just something that you probably just remember to be like.
Nah, I just remember, like, I've had, like, you know, cousins and uncles, like, in and out of jail, and like, you know, drugs. Like drug abuse has been a really big problem in my family. Like, just not even from like, you know, recreationally, like just like from prescription drugs, you know what I mean? Like, you know, people getting like fucked up, getting their back fucked up and getting hooked on perks and shit like that, and, you know what I mean? Like, so like, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, I think everybody deals with shit like that.
No,
you know
we do.
As far as people backstabbing me, I mean,
and I was just saying, like, example. You kind of gave me a good one.
But I mean, like, you know, I think that's probably everybody has someone that backstabbed them. Backstabbed.
No, definitely. Like I said, it was more of like just an example, and you kind of gave me like a really good one that's common. Yeah. That shouldn't be common.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I go through that too, you know, and I you know, it's a sad world. But we're gonna dig into it. Let's get into high school. I know you said you were playing sports throughout all high school, but you also said you were playing piano and stuff at 12. So like, what were you doing heavily to know that you were about to make music, or did you still not have like a idea that you were gonna start to do music at all?
Nah, I didn't really have.
You said you started after high school.
Yeah, I started rapping.
Did you have any indication that you were gonna do it, or you still were like,
no, not at all.
It's crazy.
Not at all. No
That's
indication
insane.
that I was gonna start rapping at all, because like I was just a fan of rap. I was, like I would say like, I don't know, the first rapper I ever heard was probably fucking like. Realistically, the first rapper I probably ever heard was probably like Soulja Boy.
No, shout out to him too, because he's actually going to be here in 2 weeks or a week and a half. So shout out to him. I'm glad you said that. But no, I think that's everybody's first, and he would be happy to hear that too.
That might be because, but then like after that, it like right after Soulja Boy, then you find out who like 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙚 is. You find out who Lil Wayne
Chief
is.
Keef.
Yeah, I didn't get put on. Chief Keef really didn't get put on until like 2012, and so that was like going into my freshman year, and that's when I found out about him.
Right.
Was going in. I was just on the football team. You get introduced. You got a lot of different characters.
Yeah,
on the football team,
it's a
so you
fact.
got a lot of different people listening to a lot of different types of music.
He was hyped too. Like
So,
he was really worth that. Like
That's where I found out about Chief Keef. That's definitely shout out Chief Keef.
No, definitely.
That's one of my biggest inspirations.
He's definitely in the realm with, or up in the tier with Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Because like they both played a big impact in different ways. Just Soulja Boy kind of like he just set the meter so high. I feel like for everybody. But I feel like Drake can collaborate or calibrate with him too.
Well, they're just like it's so hard because numbers wise, like Drake's got that.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like influence wise,
yeah.
It's hard to disagree with the numbers, but if you look at everybody who's in the industry and who's successful in the industry, like everybody coming up new and everything, you don't hear anybody saying like Drake's their number one influence or nothing like that. You might have one or two, I don't know.
No, you're right.
But I hear a lot of people, I can tell you a lot of different names that say Chief Keef is their biggest influence.
Facts. Or Soulja Boy. Yeah, I've heard Soulja Boy for real. He deserves his flowers too. But enough about them. Let's talk about the real GOAT right here, man. Yeah. So like after high school, bro, what was like your first like project, or what was your first song you ever made?
Me and my homeboy were just messing around. I had like this old ass MacBook that was given to my mom by her boss, like because I guess every so often they have to go through new Macs because they get new software, like, and the old Macs won't compute with the new software, right? Yeah. So her boss had to like recycle them through. So we didn't notice at the time that was the deal, but so we thought we were getting like a Mac. So we got a Mac and everything. It just didn't compute with any of the new software, so I couldn't really do much on it. Right. But one thing that Mac did have was GarageBand. So I hopped on GarageBand and I really just started playing. With it. I started playing, making music on there, yeah. And like I played around trying to make my own beats, and I don't know. I wasn't really super good at it at first, and I also didn't really have that much of an interest in doing it. Right.
So did you like do it all by yourself though? Like I know you said you had homies around, but like were you the only one who was like passionate in doing it, or? Yeah.
I was. The only
that's hard, man.
You know, sure.
Because would you use YouTube to kind of figure it out and stuff, or?
To figure out like editing and stuff.
Everything. Just to make your music. Because if your friends aren't around, who are you learning from?
Yeah, I guess. Like I remember I bought like a $70 mic from like Best Buy one weekend, and just like it was a USB mic, and I just plugged it in, and I think it was basic enough to where I didn't really have to switch anything over. I think it was pretty basic enough to where it knew it to switch itself over, and like so I just started rapping into it. I remember I had like a Crown Royal bag as my like
woofer.
To keep the
That's funny, man. Hey, that's some OG stuff right there.
Yeah, in my dorm room. That's how it started. So, and then it just moved to like I quit going to school. And so it moved from my dorm room to where I'm at now in my studio / garage.
So like, do you feel like, and if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to. Do you feel like the not being in school kind of like was starting to hold you back to make your music, or was it just something like life was just you were learning life?
Nah, not at all. School wasn't holding back music. If anything, music's probably holding back school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people would say that school is really like the big deal. Like, it's not as big as people make it. Like, you don't have to go to school to really be successful or make good music, you know?
No, not at all. Not at all. Definitely not to make good music.
Yeah.
You definitely don't need school to make music.
That's what I mean. So I was just curious if, like, because for me, I quit Target to do this right here. And you would think it's a good investment. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I put all this in my, you know, y'all know what's up, bro. I ain't stopping either. We're going to get to interview a million, and it's going to be like, I'm Narwhal 3.0. Like, that stuff. But no, I'm like, we'll get to the next question, because I feel like we kind of got lost right there. But do you think that, like, you being who you are now has made, like, a perfect image for your music?
I think who I am now, that's a hard question. Because your music reflects you in such a way, but also, you know, I don't care who you are, whether you're Boozy, Chief Keef, and everything, like, you do have an image, you know what I mean? And to an extent, there is a character. Because it's like, you can't be, you know, like, I'm not Project Page 24/7. And some people might say I am. I don't think I am. Like, I think I'd switch it on and off. But some people might not say it is, because I don't think Project Page is necessarily the best. If you listen to all my music, you know, that might not be the best influence for a lot of different things.
For a lot of different
reasons. Yeah, so it's like,
and you talk about it.
I try to be like, you know, you want to be as original as you can be, and that just comes off. That's just either going to come with, you know, you're either going to be original or you're not. You know, you're either going to be doing organic shit, or you're going to be sitting there trying to, like, plan shit, trying to, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
be something you're not, you know?
Yeah, so...
Which is easy. What ways would you say you're different than other artists around here? Because you obviously have a different type of, you know what I mean, flow.
Yeah.
You don't sound like a lot of people. You don't sound like anybody around here, honestly.
Yeah, I think with a lot... like, down here, I don't know, I think it's weird, like, rapping-wise, the only people I hear down here is either, like, Super Geechee, or, like, shout out, like, Long Money Phil. He only does that to, like, a T. And, like, but he's also, like, you know, rapping about other shit that I'm not.
Yeah.
But then you got, like, people like, you know, shout out, say, Tyree.
Yeah, right.
Cause he's more like, you know, I want to say, like, kind of has, like, an old school vibe to his music. You know what I mean? Like, an old school flow, like, vibe to his music. But if you ever see him in concert, that shit's not, like, old school.
No, that's why I love watching. I told him, too, it's *𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙬. Dreams. That's my favorite song by him. It's pretty. It's cool seeing him live, too.
Yeah.
He does the push-ups and stuff like
his
that.
Shit live, his shit live is cool. It's a
but what makes
show.
you different, though, than other people, though? Like, what classifies you from... I know it's more than the flow. Like, what do you think? Do you think you're different than anybody else, though? Or no, you think you fall in the lane with some other artists?
I think, like you said earlier, like, I think as far as my, like, music style goes, like, yeah, I hear similarities, like, in Austin Semo, like, just the whole, like, you know, collaborating, like, a lot of, like, different melodies and stuff like that, and, like, into rap and stuff. Like, I know him personally, he does, like, a lot of live band type shit with his music. I don't do none of that.
Yeah, would you?
Would I? Yeah. I'd be down to do all types of music, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, I can engineer myself on all that type of music. I wouldn't need,
you need a team.
I would need producers and stuff.
Which is
like
probably
that.
the next step, right? What's your next step? What do you got in the future?
Right now we're just focused on, we're trying to put out more content. Like, we just finished doing a vlog. We had that concert we did that we were going to meet at.
Check that out on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Project Page.
Yeah, Project Page 843 on YouTube. It's the same as my Instagram, Project Page 843. And you can see in the links in my bio and everything, I got everything on there. You can go to YouTube. But yeah, I'm really trying to build, you know, more of a YouTube presence from an artist standpoint. and just be as consistent as possible with the Instagram shit. Yeah, that's really...
It takes time, man. And that's why I was telling you off air, I'm gonna definitely help this man, because like we all need help, and you might help me in a way, you know what I'm saying, like advertising wise and stuff like that, teaching me stuff, because we all have to come together and teach each other. That's the only way we're gonna in Charleston. Like if we were in LA, it'd be kind of different, because I feel like everybody knows like how to do everything to the full. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but also out there, I heard everybody's fake as shit.
No, well, of course, bro. But it's like if you come in with the genuine love, bro, and it's like you know who's real. You know what I mean? And like, of course, it's gonna come and go with people, but it's still like my job is to show love and help people to the full max, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, that's what more can you do?
Yeah.
And I think that's where people get the fakeness mixed up, because like they feel like they should be sharing their stuff all the time, doing this. Like if you don't do it 100% back, I'm not gonna do 100% back. You feel me? Like I'll share all your stuff. It could be you going like, I hate you, and I'll be like, dude, share. Because it's like, bro, the love is back. Shout out to my team, bro. Shout out to the people that show support never ending. I have people that don't even watch my interviews, and they'll like and comment for me. Like it's that simple, bro. It's helping people, bro. It's networking, and you know what I'm saying, bro. Like so. Yeah.
I definitely feel that.
I can't wait for the next interview. I normally don't say this ever. I've never ever said this in the middle of an interview, but it's gonna be your one and only, your boy, and I'm gonna spit some stuff, man, because I've been ready to kind of voice my opinion on like the whole Charleston scene and stuff. I might be the headline, Charleston, like for real. But no, man, let's dig into it a little bit. I know we kind of been talking a good bit about everything. We kind of breezed through it a little bit faster than normal, but you know, it's really good to just be able to talk about things and get to know who Project Page is. Where'd you get the name from?
It was a nickname given to me in my junior year of high school. Project Page, and it kind of just stuck, you know. Project really stuck. Everybody would call me Project.
You like it?
I think it definitely stems. Yeah, I like it. I think it definitely stems from Project Pat.
Okay.
From 3 6 Mafia.
I've seen him live. He's dope.
Yeah, I have never seen him live. I like a few of his songs.
Yeah.
But like that's not like. I didn't choose the name like off of him. You know
no, I know what you mean though. But
a lot of rappers do choose their names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I guess I did choose it, but I chose it.
I know what you mean. It wasn't like you woke up and was like Project Pat. You know what? Project Page.
Yeah.
No, it just like matched, and you were like,
Yeah, I remember being in high school. It was a nickname given to me. I thought it was real cool too, because in high school I had like a phone case that said Project Page.
Okay. See, that's how I feel like, and for me, like I was always called like King Beans and stuff like that, and because my real name's Marcellus, but nobody could ever say it. You know what I mean? So like I resembled different things that kind of showed me where I was gonna be like real deal, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Even like meeting 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙚, love you, bro. Meeting Wiz, meeting Kevin Durant, like all these big people, bro. It's like you just really got to put yourself in a position of not being afraid. You know?
Yeah.
So I do want to ask Stoke. I have a few more questions. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
Damn, man, I'm pretty old.
Yeah, I know. You're not that old, bro. But it's still like...
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be that old.
It's still just longevity-wise. I just want to ask.
5 years, I would like to... I have no idea. It's really... To me, it's a journey. It's not a destination. I don't really have a plan for 5 years, you know? That might be bad for a lot of people, but for people like I said, like... You know, shout out to everybody that can work in factories and has that type of life. Like, I have a cousin who, you know, growing up, all he ever wanted was just, you know, a house, like a crib with, you know, a couple of babies and a wife and just like a normal working 9-to-5 job. Like, he dead ass wanted that shit. And
there's some people built like that.
Exactly. That's what, like, that's not... You know, that's some people's happiness. That's what people like. Some people like that because some people like take their free time and, you know, they have a lot, you know, more free time or like just different type of free time. You know what I mean? Because they got money, like they got 401ks, Roth IRLs, whatever going on. Like, you know, so shout out to all those people. Like, you know, we couldn't have, you know, the life that we have without those types of
people. I call those, and not call them a certain thing, but it's the people that know how to play their role.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people want to step out their role and think that they should be the next LeBron James. Like, no, not everybody's meant to be LeBron James.
That is true.
Like, there's nobody really. You know what I mean? Like, we're all our own individual person, and that's the problem, bro, in this world, is we're all looking up to, and not saying that, I'm just doing an example because it's the first thing that popped in my head, but look up to, like, Chief Keef and be like, I want to be like Chief Keef. Like, no, be resembled to Chief Keef. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's even a
inspiration.
Quote. That's even a quote. That was my senior quote. It was a Chief Keef quote, and it's exactly what she's saying. It's, we are what we is, what we ain't, will never be.
Yeah, man, and that's the realest thing ever. That's why Chief Keef is a legend. Like, you would ask him who he gets his inspiration from, he'll probably be like, nobody in his caliber. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how it is. And even you, like, nobody would probably hear your music and be like, wow, he gets his inspiration from Chief Keef.
Yeah,
but it's like you just still get the, you know what I mean? It's real, bro. And I don't know.
A lot of his mumble rap shit, like, is what really made me, like, a big Chief Keef fan. Seeing the blueprint of mumble rap being made through, like, his tapes, like Bang Part 2 and Sorry for the Wait, Back from the Dead Part 2, all those 3 tapes are really critical in the making of what we like to call mumble rap.
Yeah, right.
And I think, like, you know, that led on a Lil Yachty, which
a lot of people.
Lil Pump, and then just, you know, where we at now, we got fucking Ice Spice and shit like that. And
I don't even want to talk about it because I already know I'm gonna have them on the pod and we're gonna ask some questions and they're probably gonna not like me because I'm too real sometimes, especially doing this camera stuff. Like, I've learned to try to be nice, but
I like where music's at right now. People say there's a little lapse in music, like we don't have a lot of talent, but it's just like, I don't know, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. You know, that's just how it is. I like, you know, music. I heard a long time ago, music changes every 6 months, and you can interpret that a lot of different ways. But like, I
believe it. Yeah. I don't think, and hear me out, I'm not trying to be a bum. I don't think music's doing good anymore because as a person who listens to Michael Jackson, to all the people that were like real artists and stuff, like, it's a big change, and I feel like it's turned into just a money thing. Like, they need to make that one song that's gonna hit. Like, no, you need to make 8 albums that are all bangers. You know what I mean? For
who's your top 3?
What, like artists?
Artists ever.
I'm gonna go with 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬, Wiz Khalifa, and Mac Miller, and then, you know, of course, you know, R.I.P. Mac Miller. But if I were to have to put Mac Miller there, I would put Currency.
Oh, all over Michael Jackson?
Yeah, man. I do what I grow up on, you know, like, I love Michael Jackson, don't get me wrong, I'll always play it, but it's still like, 𝙄𝙗𝙩𝙬𝙚 saved me at the time. He dropped a song called I Will, and it like came out right whenever I quit my job and was like saying I will change the world. So it just was like an anthem for me, you know what I mean? And it's still like, I can't even listen to it now because it's like, I think about it and I cry because it's like, that's how I started all this, you know? And then Wiz is somebody you already know what's up. Like, I just be chilling. And then Currency, that's my hustling music. Like, back when I was hustling, like, if I'm just chilling, I'm vibing, I'll throw on the Currency, and it's like, I could play it from front to start, and the album's like 2 hours long, and I'm still there just chilling, like, you know? So, what do you got?
My top 3?
Yeah.
Would be, in order, it'd be Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And probably Whitney Houston.
Is it like something you like listen to like on the norm, like, or is it more of like you just show love and? Because I listen to Michael Jackson probably all the time, bro, honestly. But
yeah, I listen, out of the 3 of them, I listen to Elvis the most. I mean, I'm an Elvis fan. Like, that's what got me into instruments and stuff like that.
Wow, that's dope.
When I was like 12, like, I was a big Elvis fan.
I'm surprised you think that music is doing good, though, then. Because, like, I don't know, man. Music is not, like, the same, bro. Like, I can't go on a date with my girl and go and turn on the radio like how I used to and be able to have a jam come on and it's like,
I mean, think about this. Like, in 1956, Elvis dropped Hound Dog, which was a Big Mama Thornton song from like the 30s or something like that. And he just, you know, it was like an old rhythm and blues song that he made, you know, faster, up tempo, and they called it rock and roll, right? So in 1956, that song came out, went #1 for I don't know how many weeks. And he literally says the line, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog," like, I don't know how many times, but it's at least 2/3 of the song.
That's crazy.
And look, that's Elvis. That's, you know, that's the king of rock and roll. Like, but if you look in 2018, like, think about like Lil Pump making fucking Gucci Gang, saying Gucci Gang 100 times in the song. And it literally,
or even Kanye do a poop poop poop. You ever heard that? Poop scoop.
And that was another Lil Pump song with him, right?
No, Kanye dropped the whole song where the whole thing he just said poop scoopity scoop just to show people that it's just Kanye and they will listen to it.
Yeah, that I did hear. That's old school too. Yeah, but the point I'm making is just like that song. Elvis went #1, and Elvis is Elvis. I'm not comparing him and Lil Pump.
Okay.
I'm not comparing him and Lil Pump.
No, but I get the reason.
But like, that Lil Pump song that went #3 on the charts. And
just for saying Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so like how, like we were saying, like music changes, but like you see the similarities still there. Like music,
who knows that the charts are not being manipulated though?
Oh yeah,
because you can buy views, you can buy all that stuff now.
I mean, if you look at it too, like, I don't know if you ever look at the yearly list, or like, I think they go quarterly and then semi-annually and then annually, but they put out a list of like what record companies, what record labels like are selling the most records, and it's like 3 of them dominate like the entire, like 99% of the market, and then there's like 1%, like where there's like 7 different like labels. You know what I mean? Like the biggest one I want to say is like, it's like Warner Brothers, and like I don't know who like RCA's under right now, like Sony. You know what I mean? Like,
of course, that's what Michael Jackson is under too.
Yeah, like, but. Yeah, I mean, so
I know
to go into what you're saying, like, I mean, just like everything else, like, I think, like, you know, same thing when you go and read, like, you know, reviews on, like, Rotten Tomatoes. I think that's bullshit, too.
Yeah,
you know
I stopped believing that, too.
Unless it's, like, a person.
Yeah.
Because someone owns Rotten Tomatoes.
No, right. No. Shout out to Adam Does Movies. I interviewed him a while ago. I need to get him back on the pod, but he does movie reviews, and he actually does a really good, like, description of what the movie, like, everything. So, no, but I wanted to ask you one little last question before we kind of get off here. How can you always be yourself when you wake up?
Me personally, or just in general?
Yeah, just in general. When you first wake up, how do you always maintain to be yourself? Not Project Page, yourself.
When I wake up, how do I maintain to be myself? Man, I keep God first. Believer in Christ. And if you don't have something to look, you know, if you don't have something to believe in, if you don't have something to fall back on, then 9 times out of 10 you're just gonna be lost, like, and you're probably gonna fall for, you know, something stupid, something, you know what I mean? So I really try to keep my faith first, you know what I mean? I really just try to, what keeps me is every day I keep in mind, like, there's people out there that ain't got what I got. You know what I mean? There's people out there that, like, you know, they might not have an arm or a leg. Some people can't, like, get out of bed and dress themselves. So, like, if I can put anything out, it would be to just be grateful for what you got, because there's always going to be someone, like, that ain't got, you know, a dad or a mom, or that lost a sister or some shit.
No, I agree.
That's what I
perfectly said, bro. Because that's some stuff that people want to hear, and I honestly should have asked you throughout the whole interview, like, some advice, because, like, that's what dropping gems is. But this first one is all about you, man. It's about.
We'll be back.
Definitely we'll be back, and you know, like I said, I'm just glad you came on, bro. It's been long overdue.
For sure.
And I'm glad you even got a chance to just spit who you really are, because some people want to know who Project Page is, bro. You'd be really surprised. They see you performing, and you know, you opened up for Austin Semo, and who else have you performed under? Have you done anything yet?
That was the first one.
Okay, it's always a beginning, bro.
Yeah, so any promoters out there, hear the shit, hit me up.
Tap in, bro. No, dude, you just gotta get ready, network, and I'm gonna help you too, bro. Like, 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙚𝙬, this is what we do, bro, and we're gonna do a lot more stuff than just this. I'm gonna get them in a motivational video one day. But dude, thank you, bro. Interview 84, man. It's been an honor. Project Page. Remember, guys, stay true to yourself, and the only way to achieve your dreams is through you. No one else is going to do it. You got to get up every single day, and you got to grind harder than you did yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. Peace. Thank you, bro.
All right, dog.
Peace.